Hey guys, what's going on? It's time for the upcoming releases for May. I do this once a month where I go through and talk about upcoming collector's editions or physical copies that maybe of indie games from limited run or something like that. So let's go ahead and take a look, see what we've got coming up for this month. Alright, first up is a release from Strictly Limited Games. This is available for pre-orders now, and it's Ultracore for the Nintendo Switch and the PS4. Ultracore is a retro-style 2D action platformer that was originally developed for the Sega Genesis under the name Hardcore back in the mid-90s. Ultracore is an extremely solid game and plays similar to the Genesis classics of Mega Turrican and Contra Hardcore. The game was never completed nor released on the Genesis and saw its first release as it was included on the analog Mega SG console back in March. This is where I've played it, and I believe if it was released on the Genesis, it probably would have been like a top 20 game on the console. It's a pretty solid game. This will be the first time that the game is available for physical. And there will be a collector's edition and a standard edition available for the Switch and the PS4. The collector's edition is limited to 2,000 copies, and it comes with the game and manual. It also comes with a soundtrack CD from the 1994 edition, then a soundtrack double CD 2019 edition. It also comes with Ultracore stickers, a large poster, and the collector's edition box. And the standard edition for this one does actually include the game and the manual. Some of their standard editions in the past have not included the manual, but this one actually does. And this is, like I said, it's a very solid game. I've played it quite a bit. I have the analog Mega SG, and it's a very solid game. And I'll probably be picking up the collector's edition because I really like the box art on this, so that's probably the one I'll be going with. Next up is a limited run games release is Luminous Remastered. This is available on the Nintendo Switch and the PS4. Pre-orders for this are open right now, and they will run until May 10th. This is a critically acclaimed puzzle game that combines music, visuals, and puzzles in a unique way. This game will also be receiving a Best Buy release at a later time with a different cover art, so be aware of that. But there's a deluxe edition that is limited to 2,000 copies, and it comes with the game and a color booklet. It also has a double LP vinyl soundtrack, premium rigid box, and a branded sleeve. They also have a standard edition, and that comes with the game with full color booklet, which I don't think that's limited to any amount of copies. I think it just pre-orders run until May 10th. That's how they've been doing their Nintendo Switch games at limited run games. There's also another game available from limited run that's the same deal. It's available for pre-order right now, and that pre-order runs until May 10th, and that's for Giga Wrecker Alt, and that's available on the Nintendo Switch and the PS4. This is a futuristic 2D Metroidvania style platformer which implements physics-based puzzles into its gameplay. Giga Wrecker was developed by Game Freak, the same Game Freak that is behind the Pokemon series. I personally really like the art style of this game, and I would be picking it up. It includes the game with full color booklet. There will also be a Best Buy release at a later date with alternate cover art, but they do note that this has not been finalized, the deal with Best Buy, so it's possible that this release will never come out. So if you really want this game, you would probably want to snatch it now while it's in pre-order as opposed to wait for the Best Buy one. Up next from Signature Edition Games is For the King. This will be available on the Nintendo Switch and the PS4. This is available for pre-order now and should ship out in late May. This is a roguelike tabletop-style RPG that uses a turn-based combat system. It also uses a procedurally generated map that allows you to traverse through several procedurally generated realms. They will have a Signature Edition as well as a Standard Edition. The Signature Edition comes with region-free copy of the game, original soundtrack, numbered certificate, player's guide, shielded keyring, axe enamel pen, chaos enamel pen, and if you do a pre-order, you also get an exclusive Signature Edition coin. The Standard Edition is also available, like I said, for the PS4 and for the Nintendo Switch, and there doesn't seem to be a manual or booklet included with this one. At least they don't note it. Next up from V-Blank Entertainment is Shakedown Hawaii. This will be available on the PS Vita, Nintendo Switch, and the PS4. Pre-orders for this start on May 3rd. This is the follow-up to the Retro City Rampage that is a retro-style top-down open-world adventure. You build a legitimate corporation by completing open-world missions, acquiring businesses, sabotaging competitors, rezoning land, and shaking down shops for protection money. This game reminds me of a top-down retro-style Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I picked up Retro City Rampage and really enjoyed it, and I've had my eyes on this game for well over a year. They list that the Vita version is limited to 4,800 copies and will be available first on May the 3rd. But the PS4 and Switch versions won't be printed until a later date. But I believe they will be available for pre-order starting May 7th. Unfortunately, their site is not really specific or clear to me when the pre-orders for the PS4 and the Switch are available. If it's May 7th or later, they do say that they won't be printed until later. However, the Vita version is available starting on May 3rd. Next up on May 14th is the Rage 2 Collector's Edition. This will be available on the PS4, Xbox One, and for the PC. This is a sequel to the original Rage that was released back in 2011. Rage 2 is published by Bethesda and is a single-player first-person shooter where you explore a post-apocalyptic open world. This comes with Ruckus the Crusher talking head, a collector's poster, a steelbook, and the collector's edition box. This is available at Amazon, Best Buy, and GameStop. At certain places this have sold out. I believe Best Buy has sold out of all versions. GameStop, I believe the only thing they have left is the Xbox One version, and I think Amazon seemed like it had the most availability left. So if you're interested in that, see where you can actually find it available before it does sell out. Next up on May 28th is Lapis X Labyrinth X Limited Edition XL for the Nintendo Switch and the PS4. That's a mouthful, I know. I've never heard of this game, but I found it just in my searching, and it looks like it's a pretty cool looking collector's edition. This will be available at NAS America or at GameStop. This is the 2D treasure collecting action platformer, and to be honest, I'm not too familiar with this release, and I don't really know what to compare it to. The graphics do look pretty interesting, and it looks like a cool game if you're into that sort of thing. But I mean, I probably won't be picking it up, but it does look like a cool little setup if you're interested in NAS America games. But what it does come with is a physical game, photo album, Dango Beach, which I believe is the soundtrack, poster, 2 mini art pins, and a collector's box. Also available on May 28th is Crystal Crisis for the Nintendo Switch. This will be available from Amazon. I believe you can probably get it from Best Buy as well, but I'm not positive. I know you can get it from Amazon, and I'll provide the link for that in the description. This is a combat color matching puzzle game. You have 19 playable characters, and since the game is published by Nicalis, it includes characters from other Nicalis releases, including Quote and Curly Brace from Cave Story, Isaac from The Binding of Isaac, Asteroid, and many more. This game looks similar to Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, and since Crystal Crisis is published by Nicalis, this means that the first prints of the game will receive a full-color booklet. Pre-orders will also receive a Transforming Crystal Cluster, which I have no idea what that even is, but you will get that for pre-ordering it from Amazon. I found it pretty enjoyable to collect all the Nicalis releases, as their first prints always include a manual or booklet, and then other goodies as well. So it's basically like a Nintendo Switch subset that is usually games are usually above average. They're not like great games, but none of them I've played have been trash neither. So it's a little like subset of games that I've been collecting, and like I said, it's nice that they all come with manuals and stuff like that on their first print. But if you don't get them like when they first come out, the first couple months, they usually do a second print down the road. It doesn't include the manual, and you can usually tell they'll have like a sticker. If you find them in the store, they'll have like a sticker on it. It usually says like goodies inside or something like that. So that's it, guys, for May 2019. Side note, I didn't find any steelbooks. There's a couple steelbooks coming out this month. None looked like too interesting as far as ones that I'm going to be picking up. There are a couple in June that I will be doing, and we'll probably be doing digital giveaways for those. So just be on the lookout for that. Also, if there's something else that I missed, make sure you shoot it down in the comments and let me know. I'm always interested to know about collector's editions or just collectibles in general coming out that I just am not aware of. So let me know about that. And as always, I'll put all the links for all the games I've mentioned in the description as well. So go ahead and go check those out if you're interested in any of these games. And that's it, guys. I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Later.